Alright, so this just came in and we're going to take a look at it. So first off, the sticker is not very good. It's also really light sticker, really flimsy, poorly put on. There's some more on the bottom right here and here, but I'm going to unbox this and then we'll get to the review in a second. So I just finished unboxing it, and the good thing about the light stickers is that they don't leave marks as bad as the heavier ones. You can see a little bit of the crescent shape here, but on this side it's not here. So it's a good choice for using a lighter sticker. At first I thought this was used because the box is kind of damaged and the sticker was poorly placed on, but I don't have any complaints right now. So this is the controller, and we're going to take it out. Alright, so this is a wired controller, and it comes like this, so that's pretty surprising for me. The wire is separate, so that's pretty awesome. Okay, so this is the cord that goes along with the controller. Then we have I believe this is a command. Oh man, I don't know. It's a different language. Okay, so here's the manual. It says Afterglow, choose your glow. This is the front side. Okay. Alright, so that's the manual. We'll get back to that if there's anything important. This is the Xbox Series controller, and it's called the Xbox Core controller. This one is the robot white one, and I bought the USB drive, a wireless drive, along with it from the official Microsoft website. I saw some of the reviews on Amazon, and people were complaining that some were fake. I didn't want to deal with that, so I bought it from the Microsoft store. This is the legit, real thing, and it's wireless. I remember it came with some Duracell batteries, and this is the side-by-side comparison with the official on the left and the PDP Afterglow on the right here. Yes, so we're going to take a closer look right off the bat. Everything looks pretty similar except for the D-pad. So it has the same layout except for the D-pad. Let's take a feel. Okay, so it feels pretty nice. Yeah, this feels good for me. This feels much better. The D-pad it depends on your preference. This is like rugged. Feels like a rugged feel. I'm going to try to take a closer look here. But yeah, you can see the texture. Sorry, I accidentally clicked wrong. Yeah, so there's some textures. Then you can see it's moving out once you get closer to the shoulder buttons. But this is like a matte finish, and then this is a glossy feeling. So, wow, this is very light. Not super light, but it's much lighter than the core controller, because the core controller has batteries in it. So you have to keep that in mind. Okay, it feels pretty nice. I'm gonna try my right hand. Yeah, feels nice. Okay, so the official controller has a more stiff feeling to it. The quality on the official controller is much. I feel like it's gonna last longer. Okay, so this button right here is more. It's more protruded out, like it's a dome shape versus the core controller where it's flat. So this is flat. I don't want to press it because it's going to activate the controller. So the controller is transparent, and I'll show the colors in a bit, but right now we're just going to review some other parts, and we're going to go to the D-pad. You can hear the sound. And then I have a PS3 Afterglow right here, and listen to that. This is much more smoother. This one feels much better. versus this one. Look, it sounds rough, and the material here is actually lighter than the PS3 controller here. I took the batteries out to make sure that the influence on the weight wasn't, it's a different feel. Look, this controller is the first controller that I saw with the shoulder buttons like this that was brought over to the Xbox One and onto the Series X. So yeah, that's the shoulder buttons that was used in the Xbox controllers. You can see it right here. It's brought over to this controller as well. So I'm not sure where it originated from, but this controller is the first one that I got the shoulder buttons here from. And this controller is the same thing. It's Afterglow, and you can see the logo here. This one doesn't have the logo, even though it's the same company. So this one is just like straight up like Xbox. So this is an official licensed product, so that's nice. We're gonna try to use it. First game I'm gonna be playing is Forza Horizon 4. Alright, so I figured it out. There's an extra button right here underneath the right stick. This is the function button. You want to hold this down and then press left shoulder or else right shoulder, or else move around the left stick to determine the color. But before we get to that, we're going to activate the PS3 controller's Afterglow so you can see the comparison between the two from the previous past two generations to this one right here, because Afterglow didn't make a PS4 controller. So this is how it looks like when it's glowing, and then this is off. Just wanted to show that. And then I'm gonna try to do something here. We're gonna switch the color. Just give me a second. Alright, so this is my second take. The audio didn't record good during the first take, so we're gonna redo everything. My first impressions are this controller feels good, and I bought it because it was wired. The core controller is wireless, but it keeps on having disconnection issues, and I didn't want to deal with that anymore, so that's why I bought the wired controller. Everything feels nice, feels good. And one of the things, the few things that I was having problems with the core controller was the reconnections. It would disconnect, and that was driving me crazy. So I decided to buy the wired controller here, and it took a few months for this controller to playing reckless here. It feels good. I don't run into crashes like with the core controller. This feels good and nice for me because the controller is responsive. So I was having issues with the core controller, so that's why we bought this. And it feels nice. It feels good. It operates nicely. I can do my drifts without running into trees and everything. Like, this is what I want. So this controller feels nice. One of the main concerns I have about this controller is the left stick. A lot of people complain about PDP and their left sticks because once it goes out, it's gone. I don't know how to fix it, but yeah. So my PS3 controller had that issue as well. So that's the first thing that I'm looking for in problems with this controller. But yeah, you can see here my driving has been really good and nice. So yeah, would I recommend you to buy this controller? Sorry, I gotta scratch my face. Okay, so would I recommend to buy this controller? As of right now, I would say yes. It's currently $35, but I don't know what other problems might arise, and I'll try to give an update on that if anything does happen. But yeah, this controller feels nice and it's good. For right now, I would be using it much more than the core controller just because of the disconnections. And unfortunately, the PlayStation 5 controller has issues, the Xbox core controller has issues, and yeah, that's just something we got to deal with for now. Alright, so I'm out, and I completely failed that speed trap. I don't know what it is. Every single time they hit, I just start suck at driving. But yeah, this controller is awesome. We're gonna switch the colors here again, so it doesn't affect your game once you're in. Look, I'm trying to go forward, but I can't. So yeah, this controller kicks ass. I like it, but for now, we'll have to see how it holds up. Okay, so thank you all for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. This is the PDP Afterglow Xbox controller, and you got to make sure it has a middle button here for the current generation, because the older model doesn't have this. Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to press the home button here and it's not working, so I guess this is one of the games that doesn't have a use for it. But yeah. Okay, so before we head out, you want to keep this controller nicely stored. It is see-through, and due to that issue, my PS3 controller collects a lot of dust inside, and it looks pretty unpleasant. So you want to keep them stored nicely. So that's my final word. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe.